Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, or if you're here for the first time, welcome. All right, go ahead, subscribe somewhere down here. I'm not gonna ask you to like it now, but figure out if you like it or not, and then do what you gotta do. Leave a comment because we are talking about something that I'm sure y'all have thoughts on. Today, Ari G Herbo and his new girlfriend Taina, I believe that's how you pronounce it, got into a on social media. Now, this actually, I think, started about 3 days ago, you guys, when Ari posted this video that I'm going to share with you guys now. Okay. I believe this is it. Okay, yeah. And this is pretty much just a video of her son.
Yes, you are.
Yes, stop crying.
Yes, you are.
I'm not having a baby.
Yes, you are.
Yes, stop crying.
So as you can see by the caption,
I'm not having a baby.
Yes, you are.
Someone joked to your son that Ari was having another baby, and this is his reaction.
I'm not.
Yes, you are.
No, I'm not.
Yes, you are.
I am really not. I'm not having a
Yes,
baby.
you are.
This is crazy. I'm not. You're my only baby.
No, I'm not.
Yes, you
You
are.
want another baby.
No, she was just playing with you.
All right, so I just wanted to get that out there. I really wanted you guys to hear when she says, you're my only baby, and he says, no, I'm not. So today, G Herbo took to his Instagram story, I guess in response to the reaction he was getting from this video that Ari posted. And his reaction was as follows. Let me pull that up for you guys. Share my screen. Okay. And like I said, you guys, I was trying to film this video a little bit earlier. More stuff came out, so I'm just going to rewind here.
Have nothing to do with the shade room or no blogs or anybody. But what the fuck type of sick individual, human being do you have to be to want a 3-year-old to despise or not like his own siblings, his own flesh and blood? I don't get it. Like a mother's relationship with a child and a father's relationship with a child are two totally different relationships. And they can never intersect between each other.
That's
like a mother's love and a father's love is two totally different things. And when it comes to children, as a parent, you're going to love your children unconditionally. And as a sibling, if the parent loves all the kids unconditionally, the kids are going to love each other unconditionally. Why the fuck would that ever even be a thought in somebody's mind?
He's just not very
Go on about this shit all day, like on and on. Why do y'all continue to create this narrative as in, oh, me as a father, I'm having kids. I love my firstborn, my first ever real true love in life, less than I can love the kids that I'm having now, or my kids feels neglected. Like, my son loves me unconditionally. Me and my son have a bond like this that nobody could ever break. Nobody in the world could ever break that bond, and he know that. So why the fuck?
That's enough. I think that's all we needed from Mr. Herbo. First of all, that child's reaction to the idea of his mother having another child at the same time while your second baby mama is pregnant with her second child, the baby mama who you're in a relationship with, live with, who he's around when he's supposed to be with you, it says something, okay? It says that your son, your firstborn, is equating the thought of another child to him receiving less. For him, it's a negative connotation for him. So That means a couple of things. That means either you didn't do a good enough job preparing him to be a big brother, and then doing the work to kind of build him into your new son's life, or and when he goes around your spot, he feels that there's a difference now, that a baby has been brought into the situation, and perhaps feels an even greater change since Taina is pregnant again. Now, the fact that he can't, I feel like it's so egotistical for him to think that, his child can't feel neglect. We're never saying that that's your intent. We're not saying that is what's happening, but your child is feeling something that is eliciting a very clearly passionate reaction from them. And when we see young children like this having those types of reactions, we have to look and see why. But you don't want to look and see why, because you're so afraid, G Herbo, that the why lies in you. And that means you have behaviors that you may need to correct for the benefit of your son. So you don't like none of that talk at all. All right. So let me put up this, what Ari posted on her IG story today, that really got the girls moving and shaking, y'all. Ari says, how about you tell the truth for once? Tell them how my son came home with a scar on him and saying what Taina did to him while you wasn't home. And even though he told you out his own mouth what she did, and he was crying, and she didn't help him, and she's mean to him, and he don't like her, and the shit happened while you wasn't home. I gave you a whole week to handle it as a father. You or her never called me about the situation. I called back to talk to her and tell her she can't be around my baby. And I was very respectful. And you sat up and said in front of her that my baby was lying. You said how you gonna see your son if he can't be around her. LOL, what? That's why you haven't seen your son for real. And that's why he probably don't want me to have no other kids, because of the way your other baby mama treats him. When you finally came to where we live, you got him for one day, posted on Instagram, and left. Let's tell it all. And that's still up on Ari's Instagram if y'all want to go see that in her story, as well as the shit that G Herbo had to say in his stories. What y'all think? Go down, drop down in the comments. It's a great time. While you're here, like the video too. Tell me what y'all think about what Ari had to say. I begin with this. Okay, I'm going to pull this back up on the screen. And I'm going to try and shift. I'm going to shift. Yeah, I'm going to shift this way. Okay. So she's saying that your son came home with a scar on him. And in a video I just saw where I think she was on live. And like I think she was listening to a conversation, like recorded. I don't know what it was, but Herbo was talking to your son and asking him about the situation. And then later on in the live, I think she was playing like her conversation with your son, and she asked your son, what happened? And your son's like, she threw a pillow at me. The bitch threw a pillow at your son. So allegedly, Taina threw a pillow at your son. And that obviously is not okay, right? Obviously not okay. But here's why I really believe it. And why I really made this video, because y'all stupid motherfuckers out there talking about the kid is lying, already put all this in the child's mind, blah, blah, blah. The reason why I believe it so much is because G Herbo was not home. I'm gonna pull this down and talk to y'all. You left your very pregnant, she looks like she's about to pop pregnant, I actually think I have a picture of her up here, and that was posted recently. That was posted a few days ago. So she's very, very fucking pregnant, right? And he left her home with her under 1 year old son and his under 5 year old son. That's a stressed ass woman. And it's not unfathomable, unlikely. Like, it's very probable to me that in a moment of just frustration, Taina definitely just shut up and threw the pillow. I could completely see it, especially when you consider the dynamic of the household she grew up in. Let's talk about it, okay? Especially when she grew up in a household with Emily being Fab, who, I don't know if y'all remember, knocked her mama's tooth out. Her granddaddy came to try and take her mama out that house. And her mom said, "Nah, I'm good." So it's not unfathomable or even improbable that someone who grows up in that environment, in a moment of complete frustration and stress, which is completely understandable because of her hormonal situation, that she threw the pillow. In the video, in the recording, with that Ari was playing on her live, apparently Taina didn't go and pick your son off the floor when the pillow like knocked him down. So I'm guessing it's like a couch pillow or something with some oof to it, or maybe because she just threw it that hard. I don't know. But I do believe this child. And I think it is so dangerous, the amount of people that I see saying that they don't believe it. I think Ari's putting the kid up to it. They think the kid is just repeating what Ari says. First of all, if you feel as though the child speaks a lot like his mother, it's probably because he does. I don't know how to tell y'all this, but the people that raise you tend to have a very strong influence on the way you speak, the way you go about life, So if he speaks like her, if he uses the same language, the same type of vocabulary that he grew up with, why would that surprise you? The biggest reason for me that's problematic that y'all don't believe this child, it's not like y'all saying, "Oh, I don't believe Ari." Y'all really seem like y'all don't believe the kid and that kids just lie. I pray to God that you are not the person that a child confides in when someone has been abusing them physically or sexually or bullying them or anything in which a child needs someone to just believe them. Because if the first time a child comes to somebody and says, "Someone is hurting me," and you a trust person that they're supposed to trust, someone who's supposed to keep them safe, protect them, says, "I don't really believe this," I can't imagine why that child would ever tell something, confide in somebody else like that. Because someone who they're supposed to trust and protect didn't believe them. So who will? So I think that's so dangerous. And I hope that y'all don't I think it's very dangerous for people to have that mentality. And I think, again, Herbo is just trying to absolve his responsibility, his part in this situation. Why are you not home when you don't have full-time custody of your child? I don't think he has 50-50 custody of his child. If I'm not mistaken, the child is usually with Ari. And even if the child isn't with Ari all the time, well, let's say Ari has primary custody. Let's just assume that, because that's safe to assume, right? She in Black China. Let's say she got primary custody. The time that you have custody of your child, you should be spending majority of that time with your child. I'm not saying there's situations where obviously Taina wouldn't be alone with the child, realistically, because you live with her. But I do think, and I'm not sure whether or not Taina had help at the house if anyone else was there. But if Taina was left alone with an infant, a child under 5, and her pregnant body and hormones. I'm not saying it don't happen every day, but it doesn't have to happen in this situation because everybody has too much fucking money. Herbo, where were you? Were you just out? Were you working? What was going on, right? There's that aspect to it. Where were you? 2, did you speak to your child? Like, once Ari brought this up, Ari's saying all like lack of communication. Did you not? Ari says this to you, and you don't. Did you speak to your child? Like, what did you do? Because it seems like Ari's frustration, biggest frustration, was a lack of communication between you, Taina, and her. I'm pretty sure if y'all were like, your son got hit in the face with a pillow, or he fell down, he got scratched a little. I don't think Ari would make any big deal out of it. I think the fact that y'all didn't tell her what happened, her son just came home with a scratch on his face, unexplained. When she's reaching out to y'all, nobody's answering her calls. You don't handle the situation. So yeah, she can't be around my fucking kid alone. Sorry. Because y'all don't want to handle the situation the way it's supposed to. Because if you did, you'd be getting back to her. And I don't see what Ari has to get from lying about this. Ari has clout. Okay? There's no more clout than that G Herbo can give her. Moneybag, she and Moneybag Yo are still together. So if she needs a rapper for some clout, she can use the one she has, who's right now more popping than you. Taina sure can't give her no clout because we didn't even fucking remember about Taina. We did not remember her existence until she popped up with Herbo. We didn't. So all of this is nasty to me. And y'all should have kept this shit off of social media. When CPS comes and knocking on the motherfucking door, don't cry. Don't blame us. Don't say we called. Bitch, because the social workers got social media too. And if I was a motherfucking social worker around y'all city, we're going to need someone to do a home check. We're going to need someone to check out the dynamic. I want a child psychologist to speak to your son. And I don't care what y'all say. That child has been traumatized. The way he reacted, there's some there. Some's happening that don't sit right in that child's spirit. But I know, mother. I never birthed no baby, so what the fuck do I know? Y'all go ahead, like the video, comment, let me know what y'all think, and have a wonderful motherfucking evening. Bye.